Impromptu video. It's Saturday night here in Central Virginia. Stereo Police. Wasn't going to make this one. I really don't have much to say that's probably of any use to anybody, except to have a request for you guys, if you could help me out with something. And I'll tell you so you don't have to watch the whole video. I'm just going to rant here for a second, but so you don't have to watch the whole video. I need recommendations on audio type personalities, shall we say, on YouTube to watch. People that I can get good perspectives from on audio gear, but with a caveat. I found this, I was surfing here and there. I try to, okay, I'm not interested in the big talking heads. You know the ones. One of them really pissed me off the other night. Not personally, I don't know any of these guys, but just watching this guy's video just infuriated me. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. But that I can't watch him anymore. And you know, the big audio talking heads, you know, the top four, I just can't take them, man. And I'm going to tell you why I try to watch them in a minute. But I try to stay informed. You know, I love audio, and I don't subscribe. I subscribe to one magazine, but I don't really have time for the written media much. And I read for a living. I read thousands, hundreds and hundreds of pages, over 1,000 pages of stuff a day for my job. And when I'm done reading, I don't really want to read. I want to kick back. I don't mind watching a video. And, you know, I want to stay informed. I want to hear interesting perspectives about audio. I want to stay informed. I want to hear about antique audio, about vintage stuff. I want to learn things. And I like personalities. I like people who share their own personalities. And I found this British guy the other day, not the other day, a couple months ago really, who's all about used gear. And he reviews and discusses used gear. And I forgot to subscribe to the guy, so I lost track of him. And it's so deep back into my history, I don't know if I can go back that far, but I really liked the guy. He was really chill, really cool, laid back, humble. You know, and I'm looking for just people that are just fun to watch and interesting and informative. And people who are not in a rush. And people who are not hawking products. That's hard to find right there. Now, with the big talking heads on YouTube, you've got different ones, but for the most part, and I try to watch them, and the guy that pissed me off I actually subscribe to, but the reason, I'll get to that guy in a minute. But for the most part, the talking heads on YouTube, you could really write their script and have a robot deliver the script, and really you wouldn't be missing anything. It's the same setting, the same scenery, the same presentation. It's the same thing. It's fucking Groundhog Day, just a different product. And they're hawking, you got the product, and here it is, and here we are, it's another day, and I received this product from manufacturer X, and boy, I really like it. It's real nifty. And here it is, and I'm not going to let you hear it. And here you can get a brief view of it here, but you can only look at it for a second, because for the other 5 minutes, I want you to stare at my fucking face. I don't want to get but I try to watch those because I want to learn about the latest equipment, see what's out there, and I really try to get different people's perspectives on things. And every now and then, if you watch 2 to 3 hours of that drool, you get a nugget out of it. Drivel. I don't know what I said. Drivel. You get a nugget out of it. And I'm not going to mention any names. I don't want to disparage anybody. This is not a personal thing. I'm just talking to you. Yeah, that's you sitting right there. That's why I'm looking at this chair. You're sitting there. I'm sitting here. We're talking. With me, you know what you get. So, I'm like you. I'm just trying to learn about the latest equipment. So, and see if there's anything interesting going on in the industry. And so I watch these guys just to catch up. And it's, you get an interesting thing here and there, but some of them are really hard to watch. For me, my own perspective here. But what upset me the other night, well, let me put it this way. There's a lot, I don't know if you get this perspective, there's a lot of freaking condescension and arrogance in a lot of these guys. And it's almost submarine. It's kind of low. You gotta really, sometimes they let it slip. But man, some of these guys really ooze with it. And, wow. And it's really hard to watch sometimes. And all I want to do is learn about the equipment, And that's what they're supposed to be doing. With me, like I told you, with me, you know what you get. You know what my credentials are, or what they're not. You know it's going to be a long, drawn-out process. You know you're going to get seasick. You're having a conversation. It's going to be slow. There's tangents. You know what you're going to get. Well, with them, it's supposed to be a review of equipment, matter of fact. But sometimes, man, they let the arrogance really slip. And it drives me up the wall. I mean, I'm a real believer in just humility. It's one thing if you have credentials, but man, just lay low on it. Talk to people. When you're talking to your subscribers, man, be humble. We all have our skills. I've got my background and I do certain things well, but I'm not as good as other things. Some of my subscribers are skilled at what they're skilled at. And I learn a lot from my subscribers. I love reading the comments. And, just in my latest series of videos, a couple of you guys have sent me some things, and I've looked into some things and about the speakers and about other reviewers, and some interesting things happen. I've learned a lot, and thank you. Some of my past videos, people have made some technical corrections, and I've had to correct myself, and I've learned some things. That's great. But I've got to move away from the top 4 or so talking heads. I can't take it anymore. Well, the number 1 talking head, the 1 video an hour guy, I've already unsubscribed to that guy. That's gone, because I just can't take it anymore. That's just nothing but that's nothing but an advertisement. It's not a review. It's an advertisement. So I can't take that one anymore. That's gone. That's just the same thing. It's the same. Talk about Groundhog Day. Holy shit. So these guys really need to... Now, look, I'm just giving you my opinion. I'm sure these are nice guys, but they really need to just chill out, slow down. Bring a little more of their personalities into it, maybe. Be a little more humble. Change the scenery every now and then. I don't know. Approach reviews from different perspectives sometimes. But now I guess they have a machine going. I guess maybe it's because they do it for a living. I don't know. But anyway, on to talking head number 2. I was watching this thing the other night. I was doing something else, and I got the pop-up thing. It says this guy is on right now, and so I go, I'm going to watch it, in the background, sort of. So I'm watching this thing. Or listening, sorry. Well, first of all, it's another one of these guys. You got to see his face. I'm doing you a favor by not showing you my face, believe me. So it's another one of these guys. You got to look at his face. Okay, all right. And I got the sense from previous videos that he loved himself a long time. You know what I'm saying? But on this video, it was way the fuck over the top. Way over the top. God, I just couldn't believe it. So this is supposed to be a video about audio equipment. And people were asking this guy, he was reading questions, I guess. I mean, I was doing something else, but I was listening in the background. And my God, you would think he was on a job interview or something. So this guy's answering questions. And it's like, okay, what do you think about product X? I've heard it's good. That was the answer. What do you think about another question? What do you think about this product? I don't know. Never heard it. Okay, next question. What do you think about this one? It's all right. Next question. What do you think about this product? Yeah, it's real good. It's okay. It's all right. Next question. What do you think about this? Well, here's the answer. Well, I've had tons of experience in the industry, and I know what I'm talking about, and I've been around, and I've done this, and me, and I, and... Oh, and he's got this thing. And there's this thing going around. And all these guys are fucking inbred intellectually, because they all have the same crutch word. They have this affect crutch word thing where they all use the word right. They have to say the word right. You know how like college kids say I need a latte like I need a like. Well, these guys, instead of like, they use the word right. So they'll say, and it's so arrogant. It's like they'll say, they'll posit a thought, and then they'll say the word right. as if their thought is perfect, and they have to say the word right so that you can agree that they're right. Listen to this shit. So anyway, this is this is how it is, right? Right? So here's my opinion on that, and right? And did I mention I have 180 years in the business, and when I started, my first delivery of an audio system was to Jesus, and I hooked up Jesus' system, and he really liked it, and right, and then I really know what I'm talking about, right? And I'm really good at this, right? And anyway, next question. What do you think about this this thing here? Yeah, I've heard it. It's all right, right? Okay, next question. I mean, it was the most useless fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. There was not an iota of interesting, nothing useful about it. So I was watching something else, and I was drawn into this train wreck. And I'm going, you got to be kidding me. This is one of the top talking heads on YouTube. And by the way, I'm not interested whatsoever. And don't even put in my comments names of anybody. I'm not besmirched. I don't want to disparage anybody. No names. Besmirch, nothing. Just picture this as a collage of different reviewers because they're all very similar, but this was one particular guy, though, for damn sure. I'm just getting this off my chest because it was so condescending. And then I'm getting to one thing right here. I wish I would have recorded it. So this goes on, and not one answer was in depth. I mean, if you're going to spend that much time answering questions, okay, if you're going to answer questions, instead of answering 75 questions with one sentence each, how about just, instead of that, pick 10 questions and give thorough answers to each one of them? There's an idea. I mean, holy shit. And then every third answer was, and did I mention my qualifications? I know what I'm talking about. I've been in this business for, and did I mention, I'm really good at this, right? Every third sentence, the word right. Watch these videos and count the rights. Is that something that's going around? Is it like a virus, the right virus? Man. Anyway, I have a pair of speakers, and what do you think about getting this and speakers, and I want this and I want that? Well, the answer is you can't have it all. You just can't. You can't expect to have it all, and you can't get right. You can't have this right, and I can tell you because I've been in this business for 75 years, right? And you can't. And okay, enough of that. Let me tell you about myself. Me love me long time. Me love me long time. Fuck. It was starting to get under my skin. So, and then the biggie came. And here's the part. I'm gonna have to paraphrase because I wish I would have recorded it. So someone asked someone had an opinion about something. It wasn't good or something. I don't know what it was. one of his subscribers or someone who wrote in or something. And I guess it was a live stream. I don't know. But, and he just stepped on this guy. I mean, the answer was, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm paraphrasing, but it was as good as this. You don't know what you're talking about because you have no industry experience. You don't know what it's like to sell a product, design a product. You don't know what it's like to do this. Well, so you don't really have an opinion. Well, you do have an opinion, but your opinion's not valid because blah, blah, blah. That was essentially the answer. And I'm thinking, you've got to be fucking... That's the answer you gave to one of your subscribers? It was the single most arrogant answer I have ever heard someone give to one of their own subscribers on YouTube. I'm sure there's more out there. But man, you don't treat people like that. That's just not the way you treat people, man. I mean, and at that point I said, where's the unsubscribe button? I'm done. I can't take this shit. I can never look at this guy's mug again after that answer, ever. Can never look at that fucking bobblehead again. Never. Lost all credibility. And not only that, in the course of this video, this guy, whenever he tried to step in the realm of anything technical, don't go there with me. I mean, I may not be good at something. I may not have industry experience because I'm talking about me now. I've never had to open a company and sell speakers or equipment, but I'm a little bit knowledgeable about engineering. Just a little bit. And when this guy even tried to get into the simplest of technical issues, the simplest of electronics or engineering, he failed miserably. Doesn't know shit. Now, normally, that's cool, man. That's cool with me. Normally, if someone doesn't know something, I'm not a guy who corrects people's English. I'm not a guy who corrects people's anything. If I hear something's wrong, I feel for people. I gloss right over it. We'll talk about it. There's a way to help people through things without overtly correcting them. But I'm going to point this out because if you're going to come off as Mr. Mr. Whiz Kid experience, and I know everything, and you don't really have an opinion because you aren't in the business, or your opinion is not as valid as mine, then damn, you better be damn good. Your technical abilities you better have some technical prowess. Well, this guy, and I'm not even gonna tell you, but whenever he starts talking about technical things, doesn't know anything. I mean, I venture to guess doesn't know how a capacitor works, doesn't know how an inductor. Tell me why a capacitor is called a capacitor. Tell me why an inductor is called an inductor. Tell me what induction is. Tell me what capacitance is. Tell me what the difference between a series circuit and a parallel circuit is. These are things that I learned in the first class I ever took in electronics before 2 degrees. I mean, and then before even working in the industry. This guy couldn't even come up with that. But he's got 75 years in the business, whatever that means. I'm making the 75 years up. I mean, it's hyperbole. But when he answered that question to one of his subscribers or one of his, that right there sealed the deal. I'm like, oh my God. It infuriated me. Arrogance. To me, I mean, maybe he had a moment. Maybe he had a bad day. I'd come back with a freaking apology video. That whole thing was a train wreck from beginning to end. What a waste of time. Next question. What do you think about component Z? I've heard him. It's good. Next question. Will you ever review this product? Not really. It's just not. I'm not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. No, I don't think so. Next question. I mean, that's how the whole thing went. Fucking waste of time. And this is a so-called professional. This guy does this shit for a living. I'm a rank amateur. Granted. I'm just a guy on YouTube that gives, I do what I do. You know what you get with me. I'm not a professional, and I don't come on saying I'm a pro. So this guy's a professional. It was the most unprofessional hour plus of drivel I have ever heard in my life. It was embarrassing. But worse than embarrassing, the condescension and the arrogance was skyrocketing. He loved himself a long time. It was an entire video about love himself a long time. And a video about belittling his own viewers. That's what I got out of it. Not all of them, but some. At least that one guy. And nary one question was properly answered. So the point being, I know you're sitting over there, you're getting cold, you probably need a blanket. We'll wrap this up in a minute, but we're just having a chat. So I've got to can the second, well, I already unsubscribed. That's the second talking head I can't take anymore. But I'm looking for just good sources of, if you guys know of any good sources of just nice. Oh, you know who I like? See, I don't want to leave. I'm feeling a little negative because of that, because I don't like arrogant people. So I want to leave on a positive note. God, let me leave on a positive note, but man, when that guy said, and he even said, like, man, you don't have an opinion. God, I wish you don't really have an opinion because you haven't been in the business. Oh man, I got something. You don't have an opinion because you haven't been in the business and you don't know what it's like to run it. And he goes, well, you do have an opinion, but it's not really an opinion. Man.
Dick. You dick. You dick. You dick. You dick. You dick. You dick.
Okay. That's a transition. Let me move on to something positive. I feel better now. This is talk therapy, man. You know who I really like? I like that guy from PS Audio. Who's that PS Audio guy? PS Audio guy. Hang on. Go back to my history here. Who's the PS Audio guy? Hold on a second.
That new technology in speaker research and design has made such great leaps in...
That guy. PS Audio. I watch his channel. He's great. He seems like a good guy. I like his presentation, his style. He's nice and calm. Humble. You want to watch, listen, you guys, you want to watch someone who's humble, who's knowledgeable, who's got industry experience, who's mature. That's a good guy. That's a person I respect. Mucho respect. He gives simple answers. He respects his subscribers. I'm not even gonna, just across the board, lots of respect. He does it right. And well credentialed. More than well credentialed. More than. Mucho respect. Is that Paul or Stan? I don't know. The guy from PS Audio. Love those videos. I mean, granted, those are questions. He takes simple questions from non-technical audio files and gives wonderful answers. That's the kind of thing I'd like to do. But just the way he answers them, and he's got a good personality, smiles, gives you a story every now and then. It gives you a story about his personal life every now and then, can relate things in a good way. That's a person that, you know, and I watch him sometimes, and I learn things, but I also look at him and go, okay, I'd like to be more like him as a speaker as well. So that's one person I like, but I'm looking for more guys like him on the web. If you're on the internet, on YouTube, if you're aware of them. This British guy that I found who reviews used gear, love that guy, and I lost him. I was surfing around tonight trying to find him. Good dude. And so, you know, you watch these and you learn about new gear, but you also learn about technical things, and you get the idea. So if you guys have any recommendations on, and I'm not even talking about the top so-called audio talking heads. I'm just talking about small channels, ones that YouTube won't often bring up